All right, hello gamers. Today is Tuesday, March 11th. We've got some Guild Wars 2 news. They have added some new stuff to the game. As we have known was coming for a while, the 6-month major update for Janthir Wilds came out today. If you are completely out of the loop, just a quick recap. Janthir Wilds launches with this content. This is the 3-month update, 6-month update, 9-month update. So today is when the 6-month update comes out. The story continues. Map number 3 is out. Raid challenge mode is out. Legendary mode comes a little bit later. New homestead decorations, 12 new core relics, which everyone can enjoy even if you don't have Janthir. Mastery updates, new armor set, weapon set, Wizard's Vault refresh, and more is all today. Got a few things to cover that are added to the game today. First of all is the patch notes themselves, and then some new stuff that we have found in-game to share with you. So let's start with the patch notes. As always, the links to everything are down below. Don't you hate it when the YouTuber doesn't provide the source links? I know I do. The links are down below if you don't want to hear me yak about it. If you do want to hear me yak about it, don't touch that dial. All right, so note to users of third-party programs. Your script might break. That's it. Your stuff might break. I've already run the patch. My RTPS, which is the leading source of stuff breaking, is still up, which means you might be okay. But if your stuff breaks, it's because it's a new patch. All right, repentance. Although the Titan threat has been dealt with, Ura was confident to the end, mocking the commander and their allies with an agonizing quandary. For the door we came through sits wide open. Led by the commander, the Tyrian Alliance, the Astral Ward, and our new allies from Harvest Den team up to survey one of Janthir's northern isles as the specter of Ura's last words still looms. In order to solve the mystery, they'll need to hunt down clues and confront foes from Janthir's past. So literally, if Ura had just kept her big freaking mouth shut, the bad guys could be over there getting away with whatever they want. But because she opened her fat mouth, all the good guys are rushing over there to deal with the problem. Stupid bad guy behavior. All right, release highlights. The second Guild Wars 2 Janthir Wilds update is out. New map has been added. Explore the treacherous gloom of mist-burned barrens, the long-abandoned outskirts of Baba Nisos. A new mastery track has been added. Unlock tiers from the Mursat Shadowcraft mastery line and wield the arcane magic that still clings to the barons. Challenge modes have been added for the Mount Balrior raid, allowing players to activate challenge mode versions of Greer, Decima, and Ura boss encounters. 12 new relics have been added based on rune bonuses that were formerly available in the core Guild Wars 2 game. Wizard's Vault has been updated for the new season. Last season's unique rewards are now available in the Vault's Legacy Rewards panel. New special objectives for the season have been added, and more will appear over the course of the season, including special objectives associated with bonus events and festivals. For our new friends, special objectives is when you go here, and it's just like these special things here that give like a whole bunch of astral claim all at the same time. Also, to the children in chat spamming exclamation drop, it doesn't do anything. What are you doing? Get your life together. Okay, back to YouTube. All right, when is it possible to purchase more than one of a Wizard's Vault reward item? The UI now displays an adjustable range that will allow you to specify how many of that item you wish to purchase. The number can be adjusted by scrolling up and down with your mouse wheel. Wonderful. Legendary Weapon Starter Kit Set 7 is now available with options for 2 new Legendary Weapon Starter Kits and 2 returning kits. I wish they would just say it there, but I will tell you, because luckily you've got me to deal with. So the new Legendary Starter Kit, if we click it, we click the little eye right here, you can see it's got Howler, Kudzu, the Minstrel, and Frenzy. That is Warhorn, what is Kudzu? Longbow, Minstrel is Focus, and Frenzy is a harpoon gun. Those are the things that are in there right now. Okay, and next up, I'll go over all of the stuff that is in the Wizard's Vault during this video. Trading Post. Quantity input has been updated to match the new Wizard's Vault UI behavior. The quantity of an item you wish to purchase can now be... Wait, didn't we... That's the same as that. Okay. All right, the maximum price for purchasing items and the minimum price for selling items can be adjusted by scrolling up and down with your mouse wheel over the input fields, arrows, or coin images. Okay, so they've just added that same new UI thing to both the Wizard's Vault and the Trading Post. Fine. General, to improve client performance, the number of whirlwinds created by the Mistburned Valraven's tempestuous dive skill has been reduced. The whirlwind visual effects have been adjusted. Okay. Homesteads fixed an issue that prevented the binding of Ippos from being displayed properly on weapon display case decorations. I have not seen this firsthand, but I can immediately see how that could be a problem. For those that don't know, the Binding of Ippos is a book in the game. It's a focus, and it is my favorite weapon in the game graphically. So this is what it is. It looks like a book on your booty, and when you wield it in combat, your arm changes to like a demon arm, and the book floats in front of you, which I'm actually not seeing right now. So I think maybe when they fix this, they might have broken the preview window. The book would float in front of you, and it would like be floating open, and the pages would be turning, and there's an eye on the front of it, but it's not visible right now. But at the same time, it also changes your arm. So I'm guessing if you put the weapon on an armor rack, that like an arm was hanging off the rack or something. I know that there's a funny glitch with the water overload on Tempest, because when you do water overload, your weapons float around you in the bubble. And so if you have Binding of Hippos and you water overload, the book and also your arm rips off, floats around you, and then reattaches. So it looks really silly with the overload, and so I can totally imagine how that would probably glitched out. All right, Mount Balrior Convergence. We're talking about Convergence right now. New version of Greer the Blightbringer will now automatically replace Decima on alternating weeks. Increased the interaction range for the Convergence, Mount Balrior Brazier in Harvest Inn. Titan Stench will now display matching icons on the compass and in the game. Turning in a single calibrated essence will now give 7 seconds of Wizard's Blessing instead of 6. Red circles on the map will now follow the bosses in the Convergence. Titan spawn in the Defend the Maw of Balrior Thumper event will now spawn on the correct side of the breakable wall. Dig site markers will now appear after the base camp has been set up. Decima's Dancing Sparks will no longer display a raid marker on the map. Ropes will now break at 4 stacks of tension instead of 3. Okay? Raid version of Balrior. 3 challenge modes have been added, allowing players to activate challenge mode for Greer, Decima, and Ura. Fixed an issue that could cause players to sometimes be teleported into Decima's arena while the encounter was resetting. The visual effects for Decima's Fulgent Fence have been updated to reduce visual noise. Entry to the Mount Balrior raid is now consistent with previous raid instances. If the first player to enter the instance has defeated the final boss since the most recent weekly reset, a fresh instance will open instead of a cleared. Okay? Rewards. New rewards. Story offers the Woodland Coden leather gloves. Mistburn Barrens offers Salmon of Knowledge backpiece. Chat, not a word. Mini Barbed Veil, Mini Yagan, Mini Janthier Warg, Mini Rian Win, Endless Yagan Tonic, and you can go to your minis list in game and look what any of these look like if you care. Scavenged Obsidian Weapons, True Sight Armor, Bloodstone Infusion. Raids also offer Bloodstone Infusion. Master Crafters, 12 core relics available to all players. Masteries, new Mursat Shadowcraft Mastery, new Homesteading Mastery tier, Master Handiwork Crafting. Deft Lahar now sells 4 new resource nodes that can be unlocked for your homestead and home instance. Honey Flower, Lowland Pine Sapling, Charged Titan Ore, and Rotted Titan Amber. I'm going to pick those up as soon as I'm done with this news video. New homestead recipes have been added with 2 forms of acquisition. Players can complete the respective Home Sweet Homestead achievements found under the Janthier Wilds Janthier achievement category. Players can purchase the recipe from Deft Lahar at a premium instead of completing the achievements. 6 new titles have been added to the game. Players will be able to display the following titles if they have already completed the achievement requirements. Snaf Savant from the Legacy Code achievement, Warband Legionnaire from Bloodying the Past achievement, Hero of Shaymore from Family Reunion, Slayer of Isamor from... Okay, so essentially, I think what these are is like Snaf Savant is from the Asura story, Warband Legionnaire's Char story, Hero of Shaymore's Human story, Slayer of Isamor is... I don't know, probably someone important, not important. Valiant of the Wild Hunt is Savari's story. Pack Commander is probably everybody. So, Norn? Yeah, like I said, not important. All right, so items. The portable Wizard's Tower Exchange no longer closes conversation window when the player selects Guard, Lead Claws inventory from different regions. Weird. World versus World. General. The guild roster UI has been updated to display members who have selected your World v World guild in a World v World guild column. All right, so I am not currently in a World v World guild, but let me see if I can show this real quick. If I go to roster... I don't know where that's displayed. Is it this column here? Oh, yeah, okay, it's this one here. Yeah, like I said, I'm not in a World v World guild, so I think it's this third column. I think that's it right there. All right. All right, profession skills, general. Relic of the Storm Singer, reduce the power coefficient from 0.6 to 0.36 in PvP and World v World. Mesmer, Mind the Gap, increase cooldown from 6 to 8 seconds in PvP only. That is one of the spear abilities. Mental Collapse increases the cooldown from 20 to 25 seconds and reduce the power coefficient per hit from 0.6 to 0.4 in PvP only. Mirage, Fractured Glass, reduce the power coefficient from 0.3 blah 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 to 0.28 blah 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 in PvP. Virtuoso, Blade Song Harmony, reduce power coefficient from 0.55 to 0.45 in PvP. Ranger, Instinctive Engage, and Falcon Swoop. Let's see. Instinctive Engage is Spear 4, I think. Reduce the power coefficient from 1.5 to 1.0 in PvP and World v World. Falcon Stoop, reduce power coefficient from 1.375 to 1.25 in PvP World v World. That's the Spear 3. That's like a throw spear. Untamed Neurotoxin Burst, reduce power coefficient from 1.0 to 0.5 in PvP and World v World. I think Neurotoxin Burst is the Dagger Ambush on Untamed, which does like an explosion of conditions. If memory serves. I have not used that one in a while. Chat says yes. Okay, yay! All right, so that is it for the patch notes. Let me click refresh, see if they did any late stuff. No, they didn't. All right, so that is all the new stuff coming to the game. Some of that we knew about, some of that we did not. Next up, let's talk about stuff that we've spotted in-game that is new already so that you know about it. So first off, let's go to the Blackline Trading Company. There is a new thing in here where, you know, honestly, I think going back to the main page would make this easier. Adopt a new version of mounts. The Ferocious Fusions Mount Adoption License has some new mount graphics in it. Noxious Chameleon Raptor, Alluring Avialan Raptor, Charged Canthan Raptor. For Springer, we got the Tree Spirit Gecko and the Sand Souled Cuckoo. For Skimmer, we got the Frigate Skimmer. It's a bird thing. I think the most popular one today is going to be the Ring-Tailed Jackal. We got a bandit boy here for your adventuring needs. Blazing Wolf. Bioluminescent Roller Beetle. A Blood Moon Neon. Star Blessed Caprine. Skyborn Stalker Tigress. Aurora Blessed Owl Griffin. Horned Cobra Skyscale. Giga Chad Dracodile Skyscale. That jawline. Oh, the beady little eyes at the top. And the Blazing Noble Skyscale. So all of those are in the new mount adoption license, which is worth mentioning. There's also new sales starting today, as well as a new pack that is in the merch. No, I cannot talk. The BLTC. It's in the trading post. I don't think I could show it because I think I already own the contents of that pack, but there is some big sales and stuff like that that's in here right now. Next up, Wizard's Vault. All right, so all the old stuff that was in here has been moved to Legacy Rewards. New stuff is up here. As mentioned before, Legendary Weapon Starter Key Set 7 gives you like half the progress needed to create either the Generation 1 Harpoon Gun, Focus, Longbow, or Warhorn for this set. So if you want any of that, that's there. And then we got a bunch of interesting stuff up here. So there are the Ward Knight's Gloves, which you can see right there. And that's the same thing. They moved on me. The shoulders, which you can see right there. Not very visible on me. On Norns, they'd be more visible. The boots, again, it'll differ based on your race. Flying chair, we saw in a recent video. The Wayward Wisp Quest License. I'll probably make a guide on this one. Because it's a quest similar to the Falling Star Spear. We saw in a video this thing bouncing around a player, and a lot of people are like, oh, it looks like the Otter Infusion. And I think they're correct, because it says, obtain the Forest Wisp Accessory and Infusion. And if you look at it, it says, on the Infusion, it says the Forest Wisp appears when the mood strikes it. So you'll probably be able to take that and put it on anything you want to have that little dancing wisp around you from time to time. But it says quest license, which means there's going to be a quest around it. So I will, make a guide on that as soon as I'm able. Old growth selection box, and we can hit the preview button here, and we can see what these look like, or you could do this from the dressing room, either one. So there is the warhorn and the torch, sword, staff, spear, short bow, shields. That's doesn't look extremely protective. Scepter, rifle. Ah, yes. When nature's had enough and it just starts growing guns out of the trees. Pistol, mace, longbow, hammer, great sword, focus. How do you even hold this thing? Focus. Okay. Wraps around your arm a little bit. Dagger and axe. There we go. I like a couple of those. Very, very nature themed if you're playing like a ranger or a Sylvari or something. A couple of these look really nice to me. All right, so that's the old growth weapons. There's the wisp, the war knight stuff, the chair. Okay, I've gone full circle on the cosmetic stuff. Okay, so that is it for the big new things that are in the Wizard's Vault. And the next thing I've got is Black Lion chests. The Black Lion chest has been updated, and there is a new item in here. I believe the last thing that was in Uncommon yesterday was the Blow Kiss emote, and now I think it is the newest thing is the Infused Aurora leggings. So, is that an Aurora in your pocket? You're just happy to see me. Yes, if you want an Aurora about your loins, it's your lucky day. I'm reminded of when I had that bug when I tried out Hollowsmith and it just kept showing my crotch heating up and nothing else. Very much reminded of that right now. So if you want some Aurora loins, it's your lucky day. So yeah, sparkle pants, exactly. I think the Ice Reaver set is not new. It's a fantastic looking set, but it is not new, so I won't preview all of that. But I think the Infused Aurora legs is the only new thing that is in there, like new to the game type thing. I think that is it for what I have for new news in game. Now a update related to the channel for those interested. If you're not, I'll see you in the next video. The plushie. Yesterday I posted that we were given permission from ArenaNet for me to go to Makeship and work with them on making an Asura plushie and sell up to 1,000 of them. If I sell 1,001, they break my tiny Asura kneecaps, I can only assume. Okay, so 1,000. However, I had to prove to Makeship that there was people interested in such a product. They don't want to have their factory crank out 1,000 plushies and then no one's going to buy these things, right? So they're like, all right, if you can get 200 people to pledge to this, that they're interested, then we'll do it. That's how we normally do our business. I'm like, okay. And so we had 10 days to hit 200 pledges. We are on day 2, and we have 311. You guys are insane. Thank you very much. You're incredible. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. Now, at this point, if you pledge, if you still wish to, you are reserving one, because we have only got permission to make 1,000. 311 have been spoken for. So if you choose to pledge now, you're basically locking one in. Because if we hit that amount, we currently have to stop unless I can get ArenaNet to draft me a new contract. So still useful if you choose to pledge rather than wait. There is still something you get out of it, because right this second, it's a limited quantity item. But if we start to get near that 1,000, I will ask them if they can, loosen up the how strict they are on that. But at the moment, we're restricted to 1,000. So if you're interested, we still got to finish the pledging thing. So there's another almost 9 days remaining. I'll have the link in the description down below. For anyone who missed it yesterday, basically, this is the concept art for a plushie. We're trying to make a 3D plushie that looks as close to this as possible, maximum smugness, and then you can do what you want with it. And yeah, that's it. Thanks for listening. Really excited about this. That was the scariest part for me, was getting through that thing, and we're past that. So now if you wish to reserve some for you or a friend or family or whatever, go ahead and get in on that. And then, oh yeah, final reminder, if you don't already know, they are doing Twitch drops from now until Sunday night. If you're watching me or any other streamer on Twitch, you will be able to earn a bunch of free rewards. The big one is a bag slot. So if you've got a stream open for 5 hours and you've got your account connected to it, you'll get a free bag slot in Guild Wars 2, which is normally would cost you 400 gems. That's pretty nice. They're just giving one of those out to everybody. So that's it. That's all the news I have for today. I'm off to play the new content. See ya!